Let's make one thing clear. Video games are always happening, even while you sleep. There's no stopping them. You can't. That's why I'm here, to make sure they don't sneak up on you. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag, and this is a show on Destructoid that I haven't named yet, and it also might change depending on how reception is to this one. Catchy title, right? Also, the catchy title right part is part of the title too, and so is the sentence. SEO that shit, I'll be in my trailer. Space. Since the dawn of time, we have looked to the stars and thought, man, fuck those things. You know what we got down here? Video games. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and I'm here to tell you what video games did. Like, all over the carpet. Video games, nihilism, something, my show doesn't have a name, ha 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 ha! You gotta deconstruct before you reconstruct, and you're gonna have to reconstruct that squishy fucking head of yours so you don't toughen that skull up. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and I got drunk before recording this because it's a very slow week for video games. God, get your shit together, Nintendo! In the beginning, God said, "Let there be video games." And Adam was like, dude, I ain't even invented electricity yet, shit. And then we did invent it, and by the time we did, God was already long dead. The end. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag, and this is a show on Destructoid that I shall christen Baby Fingers. If you think the show should be called Baby Fingers, comment, please don't call the show Baby Fingers down below. And if you don't think the show should be called Baby Fingers, please comment, definitely call the show Baby Fingers. I think that that's probably the best and most straightforward way to do this. Hello and welcome to Baby Fingers, the show that I took a vote on whether or not you should call Baby Fingers, and the answer was unanimously kinda confusing. But never fear, just like any great democracy, your votes are actually worthless and don't matter. That said, welcome to Custard of Love. Everybody loves custard. Got the body for some love custard. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and I have to report the news on video games to distract me from the screaming anger in the core of my soul. Video games. What can be said about video games? You love them, you hate them, and sometimes you make a news show about them where the name of the show changes every week and everybody gets frustrated. Hello and welcome to You Have to Wake Up, You're in a Coma, the show where they want to pull the plug. Please give me any sign that you're still here, you don't have much time. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is a video game news show for August 10th, 2017, a date of no particular significance. Hey, have you ever wondered what video games think about while they're off? Wow, if you said yes, sit on your fucking hands and stare at the wall. The adults are talking about video games. Look, it doesn't matter. The show has a name now, and if it has a name, you can't kill it. That is the actual legal law. I know a whole lawyerist, and he told me that. That said, welcome to Pregame Discharge, the show that came too early before we could even call out its name. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and if you don't watch this show, video games will die. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I haven't slept in a couple of days, so let's just skip the intro. Welcome to Pregame Discharge, the show where if I start screaming about shadow people, just let them take me. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag from Destructoid, and I can actually physically feel my own blood right now. You know what it's telling me? It's telling me to tell you about video games. Drinking water. Everybody does it, but is it racist? The answer may shock you. This is Pregame Discharge, the most politically conscious video game news show to ever exist. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. Just like any political show, I'm lying to you. What if the Mario, but political? What if the Tetris, but political? All right, sit down. We're gonna get a little real this week. I know I usually open up with a joke, but I feel like this has to be said, and it's important just for everybody. All right, so they say life is about the simple things. You live, you love, you eat the good pussy, you get gout, and then you die of gout. But what they don't tell you is that there's these toys for children that eat your fucking money. It's important. It's important to play them, because if you don't, you'll probably end up married and happy, and I care about you, and I don't want that to happen, and I know you don't want that to happen either. So if you ever feel like you don't want to gamble real money for useless cosmetic items in video games that'll be obsolete in a year anyway, what you need to do is you need to reach out and you need to get help, because that's not okay. It's not okay to feel that way. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the most sincere video game show on the internet. Now take a deep breath. Sup, idiot? Not to sound too cool for the room, but I don't have a lot of time this week because I'm moving from a cardboard box into a slightly bigger cardboard box. So this episode's gonna be a little short, like that guy from Game of Thrones. You know, the short guy from Game of Thrones? That's your first story, is the best Game of Thrones reference and most astute ever has been made. There's story number one. By the way, I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the show that definitely has a working familiarity with Game of Thrones. People of video games, we are upon the dawn of a new era, the brink of a new age. For we have been blessed with the visage of Mario's nipples. Bereft are they of any flaws, perfect by design. In a post-nipple era, but one question remains. 'Tis not, is there a god? To ask this question would belie the divinity of the nipple. Nay! It is, who is the enemy of the nipple, and what course must we take to destroy it? I am Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the show that has attempted thrice to start a cult to no avail. Oh, look at you with your flat hands and your calm demeanor, sitting there with your guard down like you're just watching an internet video, with no fear that you might get kicked in the eyes. I bet you're not even wearing eye shields. Not like me. I wear the eye shields and the protective leathers, and that is why I am not only a superior warrior, but also why I reel in the heaviest gash and the hottest slash. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the video game news show that has 3 arms. Some people say that I am too negative, and you know what? That's a very fair criticism. So today, we're gonna start the show off with a little bit of motivation. So just remember, you are great, you are going to do great, and you're pregnant. That's right, you're pregnant. Remember how pregnant you are. Hold on to that feeling of pregnancy. You are pregnant, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, especially not a doctor. All right, now that everybody is nice and motivated, I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag, and this is Pregame Discharge, the video game show that gets you up and moving and a grooving. You're doing a groove. You're in a rut. You're stuck. You're here forever. Yeah, I play video games, and I watch sports, and I do CrossFit. Okay, listen, I need you to just get over it. Yeah, I don't fit into your boxes. I'm sorry I don't like labels, okay? Get off my back. Oh, what's that? Is that a katana behind me? And a bronze medal for the Junior Kendo Championships from 2006? Remember, this is the day I spared your life despite all the ignorant things you've been saying. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the show that starts weird sometimes and ends weird almost all the time. And we talk about video game news. A wise man once said, math stuff, I have a college degree. Then he fucking died and didn't pass on his genetics because that shit doesn't get you anywhere in life. You know what will get you everywhere? Video games. If you go to an airport and show them a video game, they will put you on a plane. Doesn't matter where you're going, they don't know, you don't know either. The only thing anyone knows is that you love adventure because you play video games. Don't be the math guy. That guy fucking sucked. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the video game news show that's got it all figured out. You know how the old saying goes, a video game a day makes the doctor say, you should probably go out in the sun more, you're not getting enough vitamin D. Which is when you say, I'll give you some D. Think you're so goddamn smart with your fancy degree, why didn't you see that coming? Don't worry, you'll get another opportunity. Yeah, take that with your stable 6 figures, bitch! Who's the loser now? Certainly not I, who plays video games. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid. This is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show with a doctorate. They do work like championship belts in wrestling, right? Gentlemen, ladies, let me just apologize in advance for two things. Number one, your burning sexual desire to have angry intercourse with me, which no doubt persists throughout these episodes. And number two, if you're hearing construction noises, there's not really a lot I can do about that. The thing about doing a weekly video game show based on news is that recording is very specifically time sensitive, and I need a fucking moat because the barbarians will be at my gates soon, and that is also time sensitive. It's sensitive time right now. We're all sensitive. Let's have a cry. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show either unprofessional or dedicated enough to come to you from the middle of a construction site. God damn it. Dear video games, who do you think you are? With your buttons and your joysticks? I'll push your button with my joystick. Now it appears we've mutually threatened each other with a good time. So let me make a proposition to you, video games. As you may well know, I am the greatest video gamist to ever live. And as such, my skills have allowed me to procure all the honeys. I am prepared to relinquish several honeys back into the ecosystem so that we may continue to proliferate the human race. But first, you must do one thing for me, video games. Memory cards. Bring them back, and larger in physical size, thank you. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the show that fucking, what am I doing? What am I doing with my whole entire life? What up, you Gone with the Wind watching fuck ass? I know why you're here. You're here to mock the proud art of talking about video games on the internet with your so-called taste in classical cinema. I've got my eye on you, and you've got your eye on a film that is full of people who are dead now. So why don't you just take your fucking wind and be gone with it already? Because I'm tired of your judgment, and I'm tired of your bullshit. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge. The video game, the show about video games that probably just frustrated one very specific person and just confused a bunch of other ones. Why am I allowed to drink before I record these? That's the question we're gonna get to the bottom of today.